Hi folks, Nagi here. What I'm recording isn't Let's Play footage. I've been playing this game for about a dozen hours already. But instead, what I wanted to do was record footage showing one of my primary problems with the game with the way it works. So after 12 hours, my general progression in the game... I'm gonna go to the campfire. As far as level progression and unlocking new gear and equipment, it's fair to say that I think about like 50 to 60% of the way through the level progression. I've gotten most of the main items. I'm trying to get the far ends finished. So like I technically have this available, but I don't have the materials necessary to make it yet. But at this point, I've already maxed out my backpack. And as I look at a lot of these other potential items, the only other thing I could see that would increase my carrying capacity are items like this, the compressors, because it will have how much space those items take to carry. So uncommon materials, which I believe are the green rarity ones, will only take half as much space as they do now. I've already got that for the common ones, which are white items. I've maxed out like my crowbar, baseball bat, machete, just started on the axe, and yeah, I've got all these side tools already built. Don't have all the armor options yet, but as far as I know, the only other ways I can possibly increase my carrying capacity any further at this point is through those couple of compressor items I'll be able to unlock and create. And potentially from leveling up, there are level ups that give the option to increase material slots. But that doesn't really motivate me very much as just another few backpack upgrades would. Because, let's see, right now I've got 5, 10, 15 slots. And in this area on the map, it's near Greyhaven. This is a little cluster of houses that are packed full of materials and items. With the equipment I have now, I can deconstruct this place pretty sufficiently. It's a pretty significant amount of things I can break down and destroy in order to get materials. And at this point in the game, I almost see that more of a curse than a boon. I guess I must have already cleared this little house. Maybe not oops. Not even trying to break the walls. Though I can, just trying to hit that radiator. But anyways, the problem with this game is that you get to a certain point where you can destroy so much stuff that it takes forever to reasonably clear a location. And I basically am just going to spend this recording demonstrating how out of control it gets, how unsatisfying it kind of feels. And using the machete on household items is one of the best ways to do it, actually. Like, that took 5 hits on that one item, but you can hit multiple items at once, and that's a real benefit compared to hitting every single item individually. That's what takes forever. But yeah, right now I'm just kind of getting some of these fringe items. This, again, won't take forever, but this is a packed house. I must have gotten a lot of the grass from that was overgrown on the outside already, but I've not broken up any of the plain tables or anything like that yet. And again, it's not even the breaking down that'll take forever, but as it starts to accumulate, as I get so many items in the area that I have to make multiple trips, it'll just add up. And I'll have to run back to that chest over and over, emptying all the items I got. Getting both materials that are useful, that do have a purpose and utility, and stuff that is more or less obsoleted. And the worst part about it is that the game, the way they've balanced things is they've not made it so that the low-level junk you farm becomes obsoleted. That's one way games like this will help with the long-term balancing and how you manage your time, is items that used to be valuable, relevant to your upgrades and getting stronger, will over time start to disappear, stop spawning in. Not sure why that's not breaking, but okay. No, the desk! Ugh. See, I don't even know why I targeted the wall. So that way you're not wasting your time fiddling around with worthless crap. So let me give you an example. Let's say I'm playing a mining game. So I'm breaking through rock. First rock, then first dirt, sorry. Like loose dirt, gravel, then more and more solid layers of rock. And at first, of course, why are you breaking the wall? Why that wall? Targeting. But, yeah, I can't make anything, can I? Nope. Nope. No. Sorry. Just checking. So you'd start off with loose, broken up dirt, compacted dirt, rock, minerals, etc., etc. And as you are progressing through the game, you would start with unrare, low value materials. So, for instance, like crystals and quartz that would over time, start being replaced with rare gems, sapphires, rubies, emeralds, diamond would be probably the highest level, just for the sake of example. And as you're playing through the game, you would start off working through that weak dirt. Never mind, I gotta go all the way around. There we go. And you would use stuff like the quartz to upgrade your mining tools. That would be necessary to upgrade the power of your drill, how long you can stay mining through that level of terrain, your fuel efficiency, things of that nature. And as you used up all the quartz and you've maximized it out, you don't need quartz anymore, then the game would... The next thing might be like Sapphire. So as you're starting to go for Sapphire, maybe you start, instead of starting off at 0 elevation at the very top, maybe you start off in a mine shaft that's 500 meters below the surface. That way you're not wasting your time digging through soft dirt that wastes your time, that's not valuable, that's going to spawn stuff that you don't need anymore. And instead, your time's going to be spent starting off in an area where this stuff I can use. I need rubies, I need emeralds, I need these items. And again, that's just a way to save time. And it doesn't maybe matter too much in the short term, but the more you play the game, the more you're grinding through it, the more saving your time is appreciated and has value and meaning to it. But here you are, you can see I am picking up plant material out the wazoo. These like forks and random sprockets, that's scrap metal. But there's also metal bars, there's electronic pieces. As you can guess by this point, I don't need scrap wood, I don't need plant bits, I don't need junk metal. What I need is metal bars. What I need are more sophisticated technology and materials. And so as I am equipping these stronger items, yeah, it takes less hits to bust up a sink than it did earlier, but it's not really rewarding me at this point. How are you not hitting that plant? Whatever. But if I don't clear the plants out of the way, then on accident, I can waste my time swinging away with my baseball bat. And it's just not nearly as efficient as just taking a couple of whacks with machete and getting rid of all of that plant material in one go. All these other low-level junky items. They're in the way, they're not really valuable, but I save more time just getting them out of my way, picking up the materials as they drop, and running in the back than if I tried to dodge them. And I think what would really help the game is if it, as you upgraded items, as you got to the point where it's like, you obviously have no more need for this junky stuff, as you brought out your tools, you would, one, stop breaking those items, or break them in one swing, and then they wouldn't drop anything that you don't need. Like, I don't need that junk. Stop dropping it. Stop wasting my time. Stop making me carry this worthless junk. And that's what becomes the main problem with the game in the long run is there is a lack of efficacy and efficiency. And, you know, here I am breaking up stuff that, as a person watching the game randomly, you can't really know what items are going to be valuable just by looking at it or not. Right now, stone has been pretty valuable for me. So breaking up these gates, as arduous as they are, is pretty worth my time. And it also gives a decent amount of experience. And after playing for about a dozen hours, I'm only level 25, and breaking down one iron gate is 350 experience, and that's a sliver. So you can imagine how long this all takes. But I mean, I don't even know how much time I've been playing right now, but here I am. I've moved a few feet, and I've destroyed maybe several dozen objects, but to what end? You know what I mean? It's like, ooh, I've destroyed a lot of stuff, and I got some resources out of it. But at this point, it just doesn't feel that rewarding anymore. And, you know, for as much that I've played the game, this part of the map that's lit up with color are the sections I've personally walked to so far. That's after 12 hours. There is a fast travel system, but within every section of map outlined with the boulder outlines, you only get one tower, which acts as your fast travel point. So I can fast travel to this tower once I actually get there and activate it. But if I want to go to the north section, I gotta walk all the way there. I don't actually know how... it's an island, so I don't think it goes all the way to the extreme edges, but the point stands is that these fast travel spots just put you in kind of the general center. Sometimes. Not in this case, I guess. But traversing around is very tedious and slow. Again, look how slow... I mean, this is my normal moving speed. There's not been any level ups to increase this. There's not been gear or items that I've noticed that would increase that. Maybe there is a trinket. Let me double check that. I don't want to be a complete liar. Critical hit. Oh, running speed. So I would be a liar in this case. But a 10% increase? 10%? And that's running. This is considered running. Why? Oh, wait. I just found out something I didn't know for 12 hours. Because I knew about the dodge roll. The game told me about hitting B to dodge roll. I swear on my life, it did not say hold B to run. I could scream. Oh. Okay. At least running around, that helps. I have to take that much back. Oh, I wish I'd known that sooner. But here's the other thing that makes me want to scream. Hey, look! A nut! Who's heavy breathing? Actually, it's an enemy off to the side. But it's just kind of creepy. It's like, oh great! A whole new house to break down. Joy, oh joy. Oh wait! Here's another one! I started going through it looks like. Because I see stuff floating in there, but... obviously with all the plant life outside, I've barely started. This is where the game just really sucks all the fun out for me. It's like... oh, I thought I had the axe. I was confused for a second. It's like, why are you doing this to me, game? Why are you putting in so much junk that I have to break through? And again, I don't have to, but it's like, you know, for me, the Hydrant. You probably don't need a lot of iron bars at this point, but it's one of those simple items to break that I've been taught is useful to break. So at this point, I'm gonna break it. You know, there's just certain things I'm not going to skip because I know it gives a valuable resource. Arguably, theoretically, but I wish the game would make items obsolete. That would help so much. But yeah, with the way the game is set up right now, Dismantle, it needs fine-tuning as far as being made a lot more efficient, a lot more fun to play in the long term, more meaningful, and like, why do you want to play this game for 30 hours. Well, we'll tell you, because the grind pays off, or the grind isn't horrible always. But I've already maxed out my backpack, so it's like, at this point, it can't get better. And depending on how many more tool upgrades there are, I know I'll be able to break other items I can't now, which means I'll be able to get more resources, which means I'll have to navigate more houses, get more junk from all the stuff. Why? I was standing right in front of the stove. Why wasn't it hitting it? No idea. But yeah, I don't... At this point, it's kind of autopilot. But I don't really relish the gameplay anymore. I don't relish the grind. For the first handful of hours, I found myself pretty stinking addicted. I'm not gonna lie. The cycle of finding junk that you have the manpower to break down the tools and resources, it was kind of interesting as you figured out what you could and couldn't do. And then you would slowly build up your abilities and your resources and what you could access. And it's like, all right, I can break down this item now, and I'm starting to get this resource, and who knows what possibilities that's going to open up. You know, it was an exciting cycle for a while, but... Oh... I mean, I'm only a dozen hours in, and I am tired of it. I am so fed up. And people have put in a lot more time than I have, and it's like, holy crap, this is insane. So it's like, good grief. He thinks there's a slight problem with things. And again, can I break these rocks? Sure. Do I probably really need to? Maybe not. Do I need to break down this specific bed? Actually, I think I do need the fabric, so yes. So it's like, there are things you, if you were to think about it, it's like you would always be choosing, yeah, do I need to break this or not? Yeah, maybe so, but it's just easier to break everything you can, minus each stinking wall, because, good lord, I don't need that much tedium in my life. But okay. I think I've cleared up most of the houses, just as far as sheerly breaking everything I possibly can. Oh, stop dodge rolling. Sorry, where's... Okay, I was gonna say... Shh. I'm a liar! Holy crap, I'm a liar. Look at this! There's another one! There's another building full of crap for me to break down. So that increases the timer. And as you can tell, I've already killed and cleared all the enemies. In this specific location, I've gotten it so they won't be spawning in anymore. They're permanently dead. Which is nice, but... What did you... Never mind. Just break everything you can, please. Shouldn't take that long, quote unquote. This? Oh, I thought I could break that. Guess I'm crazy. Okay, now comes another fun part where I run around picking up all the stuff I just broke. Put the timer on, folks. Let's see how long this takes. But hey, if it makes you feel better, I'm using the run button now, which I didn't know existed until recently, so it used to be worse. Oh, I didn't know there was a run button. So that, I mean, that helps a lot. Holy crap, this is so much faster. But yeah, I'm just... Gosh, why is there so much stuff? Okay, I'm not quite maxed. And there's rooms I missed here too? Alright, just go back. Dump. Dump. Oh, I want to scream. Why is this the game? Why is there more crap? I didn't break everything yet. And I thought I did, but nope, I missed this, I missed that. Oh, here's something else I missed. Oh, darn. Oh, this car's covered in grass. There's another metal pole on the corner of the house. Forget that. And the road sign. Which I always think, because it's supposed to be pretty hard to break, I always think it's gonna give something better than worthless metal. Oh, Lord, I'm already full? Alright. I gotta run back. I'm telling you, this is so dumb. I hate this so much. And this is a short little jaunt, too. I mean, you won't always be this close when you're going in between house and, fireplace and chest to where all the crap you want to pick up is, so... This is a quick version. It's already maxed out, too? Okay. I can get more fabric for... Oh, there's a freaking fridge! Better not forget that. Oh, here's some stone. Ooh, man. Oh, geez, that stone animation looked super hella weird. Anyways. Still not done. Oh, is that house still not... Gosh, I'm not even done with this house yet? Gosh. And again, this is maxed out backpack space. Why is this maxed out backpack space? I've already had to make 3 trips minimum. I hate this. Oh, somebody shoot me. Yeah. Okay, I think one more trip and that's done. But that's what the current gameplay feels like, is go through a small section of houses, destroy everything you possibly can get your hands on, even if it's not really fun anymore, get a bunch of resources, some of which are completely obsolete, or nigh worthless, as far as I can currently tell. I'm sure somebody will point out that I'm wrong. It can be used for XYZ purposes, blah, 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 blah. I don't care. Shut up. But I just had no fun through any of that. I know attitude makes a big difference. I know there's a lot of factors in going to stuff like that, but at a certain point, it's not the player anymore. It's what you're being asked to do is just not really fun. Like, hey, have you destroyed all the plants off this section yet? So things are kind of tidy and easier to search around through? If so, you're gonna have to pick it all up. Do you need any of them? No, but it's there. And of course, even with all the perks I put into increasing my experience from dropping stuff in the chest, I mean, it's still going to take forever to get this level up. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if this really proved my point or anything, other than just showcasing that I'm a whiner, but I just don't find this fun anymore. I mean, I used to. The game technically hasn't changed, quote unquote, but I feel like its sense of rewarding the player has. And at this point, I do not feel rewarded for playing. I feel penalized. And I think that's the problem when you're working in a game with this environment. Because if you're mining through different tunnels, I think it's easier to get a mindset of separating the environment and the materials. It's easier to make them very clean and distinct because you don't spawn diamonds on the surface level. That doesn't happen. It never happens. It's a complete impossibility in the game's mechanics. So it's very clear that that's late game, and by the time you're starting to get into those depths, those kinds of games that are made well will put everything that's like mid-tier down through low tier. It's like, we're not wasting your time with this crap anymore. You're starting off well in the depths, and you're working towards acquiring those resources. But in a case like this, where you are in part of an abandoned town, and as you're exploring throughout, you'll have your little caches on the map of perhaps more advanced areas. Maybe because you start off on the east, this section on the west is the most advanced, arguably the most dense with high-level materials. But in order for the game to be playable and to have some sort of balance, you'll find all sorts of levels of materials all throughout the entirety of the game. And so as you keep cycling back, there's access to all levels of all materials. So separating them and breaking them up into categories and removing access is a lot different. And I've noticed games like this, survival situations where you're out in the environment, out in the wild, rugged terrain, it blends it all together. And it seems to struggle with this problem more. And it's really unfortunate because it seems like there's so much to do in the game, but when all of it is breaking down to break everything not nailed down within a small section and then move on, and there's way too much menial junk all over the place, and it doesn't really matter. You're just collecting junk. It just gets old, and it becomes a chore. It becomes work. And that's just really unfortunate. But anyways, again, I don't know if this will really mean much to people who are just watching. I couldn't imagine watching a Let's Play of this game, though, because, hot dang, that's what the entirety of the gameplay would look like. Except for, you would see me fighting enemies. Lucky you, right? My gosh. This would be painful to watch. But anyways, I'll see you around, folks. Hope you enjoyed. I've got something else I'll work on at some point. I've been really spotty on that lately. I'm sorry. But anyways, hope you enjoyed. See you around later. As always, for Doggy.